Richard Madeley has weighed in on the secret reason behind Nella Rose and Fred Sirieix ITV I'm a Celebrity. Get me out of here. Feud. On Tuesday's episode of the reality show, the pair clashed as Fred left Nella feeling disrespected and offended with comments made to her amid some tragic losses in her family, reports The Mirror. The 26-year-old YouTube star has previously opened up on losing her father in 2020, whilst she also heartbreakingly lost her mother aged 19. In a disagreement with Fred, the social media star claimed that the fan-favorite First Dates star was aware of her loss, with a comment he made to her in camp leaving her upset. Explaining what had happened, Nella told the Bush Telegraph, "Last night after dinner Fred made a comment about him, basically how he could be my dad. I took offense to that because one of the first conversations we had together was me opening up about the fact that my dad's passed away. I didn't say anything about it last night because I was kind of just annoyed about it. So I slept on it and I kind of thought about it and I was just like, this is not the kind of person I want to be around." As Fred kept calling to Nella that morning, she ignored him before telling him why she was upset. Fred was left shocked as he apologized, confessing he was unaware he had left her offended and he had unwillingly made a faux pas. However, despite accepting his sincere apology, Nella issued an ultimatum, saying, "You only get one chance to disrespect me. I accept your apology but let's not be friends. How about that?" Chatting about the dramatic scenes on Wednesday's Good Morning Britain, Richard, who appeared on the ITV reality series himself back in 2021, predicted a hidden reason for the row. Co-host Susanna Reid said, "It just shows that you're in there for a couple of days, you haven't had enough to eat." To which the 67-year-old added, "That's the point, you haven't had enough to eat, honestly," with Susanna, 52, replying, "Richard, you just mentioned there, the hanger, hungry and angry, that you get because of course you were in the castle." Richard then said, "I was in the castle, yeah, for about 10 days. Susanna then asked, "How does it make you feel because of course you then got ill and had to leave the castle?" Richard had to leave Sirieix Castle in Wales, where the 2021 series was filmed due to the pandemic, to head to hospital after feeling unwell, with him leaving the then strict COVID bubble between the campmates. Richard said, "Very briefly, I had to go be checked out at the hospital," to which Susanna asked, "Was that because you hadn't eaten enough?" With Richard explaining, "It might have been. They put it down to low blood sugar, basically, and dehydration. So yeah, it might have been, but I couldn't come back in because I had broken the COVID bubble, which existed then. But yeah, what you find yourself, well, I found myself doing is very consciously controlling your ill temper because you are ill-tempered. You know what we're like when we're hungry, you get ill-tempered. You have to very consciously control it. I guessed something like that." Nella and Fred, very sensitive to do with the death of the father, "Then it will burst and we saw that happen." Asked if campmates are sleep-deprived too, Richard said, "We had to do all the chores around the castle, our lot. We didn't get to bed until I think, we weren't allowed watches, 3 a.m. so it was a combination, lack of food and sleep.